class. Chris.
Oh, hi, everybody. I am actually going to be using some notes because my memory isn't as great as my fellow speakers. I guess too much partying maybe in college days. Don't tell my parents. It's really great to be here. I'm really excited to be involved in this, and I'm just so proud of what's going on in our community right now. And, you know, there's so much energy, there's so much passion. And tonight, what I want to talk about is some of what's happening, some of what I'm seeing, and maybe some ideas about how we can move forward. My name's Chris Bachelder. I'm a graduate student here at MSU, and I also work locally here in East Lansing for Artemis Solutions Group, doing web design and development. And what I want to talk to you tonight about is design thinking and the leadership of the creative class. Let's get started. All right, so there's been a lot of talk lately, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. There's this excitement, this energy in the air, there's this change going on. Well, what is that change really? Well, knowledge is becoming the new currency. As our economy becomes more information-based, knowledge is what's providing real value. And that knowledge is being provided by knowledge workers. The knowledge economy is our future. As our ability to connect and communicate and provide value through information becomes greater and greater, so is the need for knowledge workers. This growing rank of knowledge workers is what some are calling the creative class. So what is this creative class? Well, it's coined by Dr. Richard Florida of the University of Toronto, and this is a socioeconomic group made up of knowledge workers. It's estimated that this socioeconomic group is making up 30% of today's workforce. So who are they? Well, just look around you. I'd be willing to bet that the majority of people here are making up the creative class right now. Managers, scientists, educators, thinkers alike, innovators, entrepreneurs. So am I creative? Well, let's not get caught up on this word creative. You know, by creative we mean people who create value through the use of their mind, their knowledge, and their expertise. So what is the role of the creative class? Well, it's predicted that countries that embrace and support their creative classes will be in a position to rise to great economic power, because these creative classes solve problems, they innovate, they build new ideas. And they do that by using design thinking. So what is design thinking? Well, it's a method of creative problem solving. It's not as analytical as most thinking, but it encourages collaboration and out-of-the-box thinking. So let's talk about this word design for just a moment. Not design as in art and aesthetics, but design more in the sense of transformation of existing conditions into preferred ones. The key word here is transformation. Transformation through thinking. So out of the different methods of thinking, we have deductive, inductive, and abductive, but design thinking relies more heavily upon abductive thinking, or thinking about what could be possible, and that's where its strength lies. So what does that all really mean? Well, by using design thinking, members of the creative class can help one another to work together, to build new and creative ideas, to solve challenges that are facing our communities locally and abroad. Okay, sounds great, right? So how do we do it? Well, step one is to understand and define our problems. Make sure that we communicate that we're all talking about the same thing, that we're all on the same page and solving the same, and working towards the same goal. The second step is to collaborate and brainstorm. Collaboration is the key to design thinking. When brainstorming, it's best to have as many ideas as possible. The third step is to build and refine. Once you have great ideas, then it's time to take the courage to pick one and build it. Take risks. Entrepreneurs really excel here. We need to embrace risk-taking and be willing to try again and fail and refine. Step 4 is to execute and learn. Once it's built, then it's time to find the courage to actually make it happen. Success or fail, it doesn't matter, because everything that we do, whether we succeed or whether we fail, we can learn from it. So some things to avoid: elitism, snarkiness, exclusivity, alienation. All these attitudes and behaviors are counterproductive and negative to the design thinking process. This is a time to come together and collaborate, communicate, and share. So what can we do now? Well, we have everything that we need already. We have the people, we have the communities, we have the passion. Just look around you. We're already forming groups to collaborate and brainstorm. They say if you build it, they will come. But we need to start building more. We need to build a culture here, a culture of shared ideas and beliefs around creative thinking, around entrepreneurship, around risk-taking. If we build this culture around creative thinkers, more people want to stay. Acting together and learning together. We need to continue to come together and act together, support one another, communicate, share. From here we can share in our successes and our failures and learn. So now all that's left is for the creative class to lead the way. So who's ready to lead? I can't hear you, Lansing. Who's ready to lead? All right, thanks. It's been great. Have a good night.